Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I am Michele Amburgey, the Awakener, one of many, and many of you are too. And so I'm so happy to be here. I missed you guys last week. So happy to be here. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope you enjoyed your 4th of July. I know it was an interesting time this year. We had a lot of different kinds of energies going on. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I sure did. I actually slept a lot on 4th of July. I'm still a little bit recovering. A lot of you guys know I had a little not feeling good last week. It's why I had to cancel. Feeling a little bit better, not 100%, but I'm getting there. So I hope everybody's good. This is super cool. Let me know that you're here. Awesome. We already have people. Hey, Julia. Nice to see you. Thank you. I know, isn't that opening cool? It's one of the little things. I go from Restream, and I love Restream. It's so cool. It's such a great way to stream into YouTube. I think you can stream into Facebook and stuff too. So I love it. I love using it. Jules, hello. Happy Independent Karen. Welcome, welcome. So happy to be here. So, this week we're going to be talking about the voice, opening your voice, the word abracadabra. And I want to share with you because I love this word. Ever since I was a little girl, I have loved this word. And recently, I just got my vocal sound healing certificate. I've been studying for the last few months, and I've been doing vocal toning for a long time. You guys have heard me do light language. You've heard me do the toning, which is the well, I didn't realize that there is this thing, it's called harmonics and overtones, that I had been using that I didn't even realize that it was a thing. It was just a natural thing that I did. And so through this class, I learned more completely what it is I'm doing, how to use it for healing, and how to share it with other people. So it was really a great class. I totally enjoyed it. I want to thank Wayne Perry, who was the teacher. He's a very famous vocal toner. And so I want to thank him. If he ever runs across this, absolutely fabulous. And if you're ever looking to learn about vocal toning and sound healing, he's the guy to go to. He knows his stuff. He's been in the business for I don't know, like 40 years, something like that, and was actually quite the name in the Hollywood circles at one time with not only healers, but also musicians. So he was really good. I was really, really lucky to find him. So the reason I wanted to talk about the voice is because through this class, and also just what I know from my own healing journey, the voice is so important. The voice, speaking what you speak, getting your voice open, getting this open is so important, because when you speak, it creates a vibration in your body, right? Creates a vibration. Now we're all beginning to understand that everything is frequency, right? We're finally kind of evolving our mind and our belief systems and how we go about operating in this realm of existence by being aware of vibration and frequency and tones and how important that is. We can't manifest something if we're not on the same frequency as that, right? We heal through frequency. So when we're speaking, it sends frequencies throughout our body. And you guys can feel that right now in your own little houses where you are. Hey, Linda and Kimberly. And just say a few words. Just speak and feel how your voice resonates. Usually you feel it first, like kind of in your chest, feel a little bit in your throat. A lot of times you'll feel it here in your jaw, maybe in your shoulders. But if you sit with it and just continue speaking, feeling it, you begin to feel it in your belly. Maybe you feel it like in your heart, not just your chest, but really in your heart. If you continue speaking and speak words of love, you can even just say things like, I love me. I am so awesome. I am sacred and holy. And as you become aware, just with me kind of bringing it up to you, you begin to realize it begins to vibrate throughout your body. Something interesting that I learned is our bones, which the center of our bones, the marrow of our bone, is a huge part of our immune system. Our bones are actually very resonant because they're not solid like they look like they are. They're actually almost like honeycombed, right? And so when you are doing sound around something that is honeycombed, it vibrates. So when we're speaking out loud, when we're talking, when we're singing, whatever we're doing, it's literally vibrating the bones in our body and stimulating our immune system, stimulating the system within our body that makes us healthy, that keeps us balanced, that keeps everything running. Isn't that cool? So, another reason for speaking positive because it's literally ringing throughout your body. And ringing throughout your body, it also is moving out into your energy fields. And this is the electromagnetic first responder, if you will, of how we attract or repel things. So if we're going through life saying, I am wealthy, healthy, and loved, you are putting that into this field. Your body is resonating, especially when you speak it out loud, right? So important to speak it out loud. Um, we're vibrating here and we're putting that resonance out into the electromagnetic field that is bringing in those experiences. How cool is that? And it's so simple. And it's something that the ancients have known for bazillion years. Right? It's something that has been known, but we've lost these sciences. We've lost this technology. We've lost these things and they're coming back now. And thank goodness that they are, because as we get more and more in tune to this, not only is speaking and speaking our words and understanding it's vibrating in our body, it's vibrating in our energy fields, it also helps us to connect to those higher frequencies, those higher planes of consciousness that some call God, goddess, creator, universe, that is all a part of our electromagnetic makeup. We're not separate from some God sitting on a cloud with a lightning bolt waiting to strike us down for saying something wrong. We're literally creating this frequency in our field. And by doing this, we are creating the positive or the negative. Now, thoughts also count because thoughts still put out frequencies, they still put out vibrations, right? Wave vibrations. And so it's really important to be so mindful. And this brings us to also why toning is so good, doing that toning and that beautiful sound, super good. There's toning you can use to work with each of the separate chakras. And I'm actually going to be having a class on this on July 23rd. It's a Saturday where we're going to learn how to do this, how to heal the body, how to heal frequencies that are in our field that are either blocking our good or just aren't bringing us quite the highest frequency that we want. And so it's super exciting. And I can tell you, just from me taking this class, coming into a deeper, more profound awareness of this, to where I really feel like I can talk to you guys about it, right? My life has changed. I went through a clearing, and not feeling good this last week has been a huge clearing. It's been a massive clearing for me. It's been amazing. And part of that was sit down, Michele, take a rest, quit working so hard. Because the first 6 months of this year, I've been working my butt off. And it's, I kind of feel like I've been a little bit treading water, a little bit not really getting too far. But as I started doing this vocal toning, things started clearing away. My mind started clearing. I woke up one morning, did my vocal toning. It's like 15 minutes. And all of a sudden it was like, wow, my house is really bright. Wow. That tapestry is really, really colorful. And actually, this was the tapestry that I was looking at. I was like, wow, that's really colorful. I mean, I knew it had colors in it. I knew, but everything started being brighter for me, right? Sounds more, just clearer, and just feeling generally happier. And that's just from spending a few minutes every day doing toning with the chakras. And I'm going to teach you guys that on the 23rd too. It's really, really simple. I'll explain. I could show you now, but the explanation will give you more of an idea of what it is. But you guys have heard me also doing the light language, which is soul language, which is a language that comes from your soul. It comes from the depths of who you are. And when you start speaking this out, it begins to heal the body. We've been living in these frequencies that are not harmonious. They just aren't. The music that we listen to, most of it is tuned off. Most of us, aren't living are living in places where we hear, the wind and the trees and bird song and feeling the, Mother Earth. And so many of us are in cities that are so populated now. We're in a car, we're wearing shoes, we're walking on concrete, we're in buildings, and we're missing that natural energy. We're missing nature. And so we have nature with us right here, right now, all the time with our voice. And that's what I love about the word abracadabra, that literally means as I speak, so it is. So it's not just, this is going to happen and I speak as it is, but it's literally as you're speaking words, it creates reality within your body all the way down to the center of your bones. So, guys, start being mindful of what you're saying. Are you speaking what you want, or are you speaking your fear? Right? And I'll tell you what, I catch myself all the time. It's not something that you do, oh, boom, I'm just going to do it. No, it's a journey. And if you do a little bit, if you make a mistake, that's okay, because we also have to go into this energy of anything that you do at 51%. So 51% critical mass, that you begin shifting the words that are coming out of your mouth, the thoughts that you're having, but really the words that are coming out of your mouth to start with. You get to 51% of them being positive, you are going to make a shift into a more positive frequency, and things start getting easier. Things start coming to you. I've had a couple of really wonderful, miraculous, not only awarenesses, but also I've been meeting some really cool people. And it's really exciting, shifts and changing. Things melt away, new things come in. And that's what we want. Unless you're living your best life. And if you're living your best life, you know what? Awesome. Good on you, because I bet you are speaking your best life at least 51%. So abracadabra, as I speak, so it is. And I want you guys to remember that. I want that to be almost like a what do they call it? Like a trip word, where it's like abracadabra. Okay, yeah. Catch yourself saying, "Oh my gosh, if I didn't have," I hear this all the time from people. If I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck. It's like, no, no, don't say that. Abracadabra, as you speak, so it is. So everything I need, want, and hope for comes to me easily and effortlessly. And you can really shift it if you catch yourself saying something that's like, oh no, that's not what I want. You can shift it by following it up with something positive. Say the positive thing 3 times, or 6 times, or 9 times. The magical threes. Anything done and three sets of three also magnifies as well. So there's all kinds of really cool stuff, and I'm so excited to get to talk to you guys about it. I wanted to talk about it last week, and it just wasn't going to happen. This girl has been sleeping like crazy and healing like crazy on many, many different levels. And so it's exciting to be able to now, oh, I'm feeling so much better to be able to be here to talk with you guys and really get this point across. It's really, really important. There's so many. Oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. It's so important, especially now in these times that we're living in, that we begin to understand that there are technologies, they're natural organic technologies that we've been missing, that we haven't had to use. And I'm here to bring it back to you. As part of being the awakener, is I'm not going to awaken you, but I'll tell you what, I'll give you all the tools I can find to help you awaken yourself. And as you do for you, you do for others too. There's a lot of you guys that know that I have a membership um, program where, and I actually just shifted it to make it more affordable too, where um, with this membership, You get weekly angel readings, you get energy reports. We get together every week and we work, or every month, and we work together. And getting into a community, and getting into a community that is mindset is about love is so, so important, because these times that we're living in, they're getting a little squirrely, in case you haven't noticed out there. And a lot of people are really worried about money, but that's not the main concern from my point of view. The main concern is flat out the frequencies that are coming across the airwaves, out of the TV, out of the phone, out of the social media, out of the radio. It's like, it's bad. There are times that I go to get on Facebook to do, maybe, try to contact you guys, or, send some memes out. And I'm like, I'm looking at my phone, right? I'm doing my phone. I'm like, nope. Nope. It's like the energy is like, nope, not doing it right now, because it's I just got chills when I said that. It's the frequencies that are out there, and we have to be mindful. All the more reason to really start even including into your daily prayer meditation, because I know you're all doing it, is some toning, some positive I am that I am. Right? Any of those things bring, even if you do it for 5 minutes a day, do it twice a day for 2.5 minutes. Do it 5 times a day for 1 minute. However you can get that in to counteract these negative frequencies that are literally going through the air. Like as we're talking right now, because you're sitting in front of some kind of electric device, there's energies from the actual device, but there's energies, there's consciousness behind those energies, and they're in the air too. And so we want to start counteracting, I guess is the best word, counteracting that by using the tool that we have of the voice to begin to counteract that, to free us from kind of, I'm going to say it, kind of the grip, some of those negative energies, and lift our frequencies up. And we have it right here. It's nothing tough. You don't have to go out and buy an instrument. You don't have to go out even and take a class. You're here, right here. And I'm giving you this wonderful secret. When we start looking at pyramids, a lot of people are like, oh, it's a tomb. Scientists are saying, oh, it's a tomb. Oh, it's a this. Oh, it's a that. No, it's not. It's a resonator. It used to have a cap on it that was made out of a particular substance. Could have been an off-planet substance. It could have been a crystal. Nobody really knows. It looked like a crystal. There's some ancient texts and writings that sound like maybe it was a crystal, but you know, we got our alien technologies on this planet that we're not, we're not supposed to be aware of now. But it resonates. It draws earth energy and it resonates. And then all of the pyramids were connecting with each other, holding a resonance on this planet of purity and good health and frequencies that helped keep us healthy, Mother Earth healthy, the plants, the animals, everything healthy. Well, they've been disconnected on purpose, by accident. Nobody really knows. But we don't have that supporting us now. But we have this. We can support ourselves. And when we begin working with that, we begin supporting each other again. And it's part of this whole oneness thing. Abracadabra, guys. Just do Om. Just Om. Om. It's the first sound of creation. And if you really let yourself kind of get into it, start feeling it. So use your voice every day for positive. All right. I am that I am. It's one of my favorite things. I'll just sit. Sometimes as I'm going off to sleep, I'll just speak out loud. I am that I am. I am that I am. That connects you to your great, beautiful, divine self, to your soul, to those higher frequencies. I am that I am. Aya, Asher, Aya. I am that I am. And I just feel myself melting, relaxing, letting go. I feel the frequency going throughout my body. Also listening to music. I love rock and roll. You guys know I like Metallica. I like Motley Crue. A lot of you guys know that I have a family member that's in that band. I love that crazy stuff, but we also need to be listening to what is it, the 428 or the 532, or the opposite of that, whatever, 528, 432. hertz frequency. You can get a ton of that on YouTube. And turn that on, have it playing in your house. I have my iPad out in the kitchen all the time, again, resonating because my kitchen is tile floors, it's granite tops, it's everything is open, and it's resonating throughout my whole house, these beautiful frequencies. I listen to that music when I go to sleep at night too. I have it playing next to me as well. And just start being mindful of this stuff and start using your voice a little bit. So I hope this is something you guys are interested in. Oh, Kimberly's saying, use turning forks on my bones. The cat always comes running. Yep. Yep. The tuning forks are great. But I really want you guys, no matter what tool you have, because I love tuning forks. I've got mine too. I still want you guys to start using your voice. I want you guys to start opening this up, because the other part is when you open this up, you begin to release this. We're releasing thousands of years of being shut up. Thousands of years, especially the divine feminine. And I'm not talking about being a girl or a boy or anything in between. I'm talking about the frequencies. The divine feminine has been shut up for thousands of years, and we need to open it. And this is it. This is where that divine feminine energy is. When we open this up, we open up the passageway between our heart and between our mind, third eye, and opens us up to that God element, goddess element, universal element. So this is really important to be opening, especially right now. We are in a time of ascension. We're in a time of, we're even beyond awakening. If you guys are here, you guys are all awakened anyways. So cool. I love seeing all you guys here. Hey, Laura, very cool. Bear's here. Yay. And so, yeah, it's important. We want to open that up, and you have the tool with you all the time. Sing, hum, hum, get your bones vibrating, have some positive thought, use this for something wonderful. And then mark your calendars, July 23rd. I want to make sure I have the right dates. It's Saturday. Yep, July 23rd. Plan on coming to the class, put it on the calendar. And we're going to be at it for about 3 hours. I'm going to teach you guys some techniques. I'm going to help you to feel these things and really using this. The other thing about using tuning forks, bowls, and all that stuff is really good. But if they're not tuned right, and if they're not tuned to a frequency that is complementary or resonant with you personally, they can actually set it off in the wrong direction. So you have your own key, you have your own tune within your body. And so that's why it's so, so important. Use your voice, because your resonance, your voice has your tune. You sing your own song, it's inside of you. Get that going, and use all the other things. That's fine. But you getting your frequency tuned, you getting yourself in that vibrational resonance is so important. And then, use your tuning forks to vocalize, tone your tune. That tuning fork will align with your resonance too. All right. Crystal bowls too. I've got all the crystal bowls. And the other day I was playing with them, and I was using the different ones and had them all kind of going. And then I started toning. And at first it sounded like off. I was like, oh my God, am I not singing right? It's not what it's about. It's not about singing. It's not about, singing the right key. That's not it at all. It's about finding your key, and your key might not be pretty, and that's okay, because it's your key. But what'll happen is, anything that you're using that's a frequency field, like tuning forks, crystal bowls, even drums, they will tune to you, because you are the center of the universe. You are the power. So we're going to play with that on the 23rd. So I hope you guys come. So if anybody has any questions about that, go ahead and ask it. And then let's do a few little readings. Let's get it going. I took a little nap. One thing with this thing I've got going on, I'm doing a lot of sleeping. I'm doing a lot of sleeping. There was one day I slept for 12 hours straight. I got up, fed the cat, ate a little bit, went back to sleep, slept for 4 more hours. And I've been doing a lot of sleeping and it feels so good. I feel almost like um like weights are being lifted off of me. And I'm not sure what it is, but part of it is I'm doing toning and I'm also doing kundalini yoga, more kind of the breath work and gentle stuff because I am having to do it in a chair right now. But dudes, it's making a difference. And I really hope that you guys can find something from this to help you. So, next, let's do some readings. We're going to use these cards. I have fallen in love with these cards. Kyle Gray, Gateway to Light Activation Oracles. The messages are so good. And pretty soon, we're also going to be using Colette Baron Reed's Good Tarot card. I'm taking a class with her. She's so awesome. So I'm going to bring those in soon too. But today we're using the Gateway of Light Activation. So go ahead and start getting your questions up there. And it can, it can be a question of what you want to read it for. It can be a question or comment about what we're talking about too. Oh, it's so nice to be here with you guys. Thank you guys for being here. This is so wonderful. There, shields up. Yeah. And you put your shields up even with toning. Even with toning, you can put when you get your frequency rattling, it's like your fields are really, really much are powerful. You get yourself into that frequency that is natural for you. It's your strength, right? It's your superpower. If you think about martial arts, when you go to do the really hard thing, you breaking the cord or you're doing like a really hard thing, they're vocalizing, oh, they're doing all that kind of stuff. It's all frequency. You hear about stories. There's a story in the Bible about how, I don't remember who it was. I'm so sorry. But how Jericho, the story of Jericho, where the people were walking around it and they were toning, they were singing, they had instruments, and they literally made the walls collapse. People that sing at a very high frequency can break a glass, right? This stuff is powerful. Your voice is powerful. Use it wisely. Use it wisely. Okay. What you say, it affects the world around you. And when you start really taking this seriously and just start being mindful, you'll start being like, wow, because I still do it too. I mean, I'm studying this stuff, been teaching this stuff for years, and I still catch myself saying something out loud or being like, "Oh my God, blah, 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 it's killing me." It's like, oh my God, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's bringing me life. I'm shifting my focus to something else. There's ways that you can shift that frequency, but it's easy to do. It's easy to do. So let's start. Let's see. I am feeling better, you guys. I am feeling better. I'm still giving myself permission to sleep a lot because I'm needing that. So, Kimberly, it looks like you are divine timing is an issue for me. I've tried everything to help myself. Any thoughts? Okay, Kimberly, that is interesting. What you're doing is you're trying to make divine timing match your timing. That's what Archangel Michael is saying. Divine timing is divine. Your job is patience. Yeah, he's here. I'm going to pull you a card, hon, because Archangel Michael is saying, relax and let go. Coming together, harmony in the heavens and resolution. So you know what? Um, ah, this thing is really weird when come on, come on. All right, there we go. Sorry. Kimberly, Archangel Michael is saying patience, patience, patience. And it's also one of the things that you're here to learn. And he's saying it's not that you're not patient because you actually have learned a really good thing of patience. But he's saying that it's really, yeah. And he's saying, I just got full of words. This card right here is talking about it's all coming together for you. Okay. Harmony in the heavens, resolution. This card is talking about divine timing right here. Ooh, I'm sorry it's backwards, guys, but the other way I do it, I don't know how to flip it around. I'm going to try to figure that out. So the Pleiadians, I want you to start kind of tapping into the Pleiadian realm too. It feels like, and it's not like you have to go, oh dear Pleiadians. Pleiadians is super high vibe. They also are very much about the speaking. Pleiadians and Arcturians are a lot about the speaking thing. But it's all coming together, honey. It's all coming together, but be patient. Don't lose your patience now when you're almost there. Don't lose that don't lose the plot is what Archangel Michael is saying. Because you have been trying really hard. He's saying right now, let go and let divine timing do its thing. Because whenever you're trying really hard to do divine timing or to manipulate or control that anyways, you're not allowing divine timing. I know. I know. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. But here's another one. It's the Order of Melchizedek, guys. Melchizedek, huge. Melchizedek is really big. And this isn't a person. This is actually a consciousness field. You're embraced by the light. Mission is uncovered. Don't give up. Stay patient. Stay trusting. Faith is huge right now. Faith is a frequency. Okay. Faith is a frequency. And Kimberly, I know that we've kind of talked about a little bit about what's going on. Archangel Michael is really saying, stop trying and start allowing. Stop trying. Stop trying. Start allowing. Just be like, I know it's all going to work out. I know everything I desire is coming to me, and I know everything that I desire, the universe wants to give me. Really start confirming that, and just let go. Take your mind off of what you're worried about and get into doing something that you really love to do, something that makes you feel good, something that makes you happy, something that is sacred and holy to you. Also, Kimberly, I want to say, you know what? Do a little altar. Make a little altar. And you can do something really simple. You can get a little candle, um, create your statement, put a little crystal on there, put it in a little thing. Every day, go there and affirm that everything that you need, everything that you desire is coming to you today. Start using your voice as we're talking about right here, right now, and let that altar hold that frequency for you. And then let the altar take care of it. Let the divine take care of it and go about your day and stop worrying about it. Because a lot of times when we worry about it, when we try so hard, we're actually holding it off, right? We're actually like, and I've learned that it's it's not natural for us to do because I almost said we're brainwashed. We're trained the opposite way. We're trained. If you want something, you have to work hard, right? If you want it, work hard, work hard. And that's part of the problem that we all have in our frequency fields right now is it isn't always about that. I mean, naturally, we have to take action towards our goals, but we also need to allow the frequencies and everything to align. And we do that by trusting and being faithful. You know, it's not being faithful to a God that's going to give us what we want, being faithful to the peace and harmony within ourselves and trusting that we, the creators, we are the gods and goddesses that we, of course, are going to give us what we want. Of course, the creative faculty within us is going to give us what we want. Of course, it is. It's us. Of course, we're going to give us what we want. But we have to learn to connect with that and affirm that belief in ourselves, in our creative godness within. So, Kimberly, I hope that that helps. I hope that that helps, honey. Just, you know it. And I keep you in my prayers, just so you guys know, too. All of you. Um, I keep the names and all of you are in my prayers. So I love doing that. Super cool. So I hope that helps, Kimberly. Let's take a look. Karen. Karen would like to know why my brother and sister are waiting. Because they're selfish, obviously. Um, I just, you know, this is kind of hard to say, Karen, but I feel like that there's like a kind of a predatory nature to them. Um, it's also this is something you need to shift out of your mind as well. Um, it's important for you to start telling yourself using your voice, I'm loved, I'm respected, I'm loved, I'm respected, I'm important, and I am valued, I am sacred, and I am holy. Karen, so important. Here's a card. The Venusian Galactic Council. The Venusians are all about love. They're star being guides answering the call. It's time for you to shine. It's time for you to step out of that light. Time for you to, or not the light, the shadow that they hold you under. It's time for you to step out of that shadow that they hold you under. Here's the star being guides. Answer the call. Time to shine. Okay. You need to get your mind off of I'm going to say this, what the hell they're doing. It doesn't matter. They don't have mastery over you unless you give it to them. They can't tell you, good or bad, what's going on. They have no power over you. Who the hell cares why they're waiting for your demise? Who the hell cares? It doesn't matter. Let go of that. The next one too, soul star activation. You know what, Karen? You're a star being. You're a star being. This is fulfilling soul contracts and remembering who you are. You're a sacred divine being. If some humans are waiting for your demise, I've got kids. Makes me wonder maybe they feel that way too. They're kind of, yeah. It doesn't matter. You take mastery over your life and you live your best life. Look at that. You got the horse, you got the Merkaba. And I would explore your star connection, Karen. Just from these cards that are coming up, it's like you've got a connection, especially the star being guides. So that Venusian card came up. Yeah, start bringing your awareness to something higher, Karen. You don't need to be focusing on that. That's their problem. That's their issue. That has nothing to do with you, and nor should it have any effect on you. All right. So I'm going to set you free from that nonsense. Let it go. Let it go. Right? Katrina recently had Patronus. Recently had a white stag show up in my meditation. What was the significance of the white stag? I felt there was a message in the visit. Yeah, Katrina. Yeah. Okay. First of all, it's about your power. It's an outpicturing of your power. That's what the stag was coming to show you. The stag is an outpicturing of your power. And that's why at first I wasn't quite sure why I went Patronus. I was like, what was that? And I just realized that Harry Potter, when he started coming into his lit up power, and he finally got the Patronus thing down pat, and that stag showed up. It was an image. It was a reminder of his power. Woo, and I am getting chills all over, girl. That is what this white stag is for you. The white stag is power. When you come across a white stag in nature, first of all, a stag just in and of itself is the king of the forest, okay? And then when you have a white stag, that is that purity, that uniqueness. Anytime an animal is born white that isn't naturally white, like a snowy owl or a snow leopard, but that is a sign of divine presence. The white buffalo, I don't know if you've heard of white buffalo. The Native Americans, when a white buffalo is born, that is of huge significance. That is the divine in presence. That means that dreams coming true. It means like there is a holy kind of a holy covenant that is coming into play. And that's really good. That's really good. If I were you, I would go to probably Stephen Farmer's Animal Power and look up a stag and see about what a stag is actually about. But always put that coding of the white stag, and that is like that spirit speaking to you, and it's about your power. I'm getting that really strong. I'm going to pull a card on that. Oh, you got Venusian Galactic Council. I was shuffling these cards the whole time I was talking to you. So star being answering the call. It's time to shine. Yeah, time to shine. Isn't that cool? I love this card. Isn't it weird? And I swear to you guys, I shuffle these cards all the time. All the time that I'm talking, I am shuffling for you guys. And isn't it weird how we get like a common thread, a common theme every time? It's so cool. So Katrina, I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you. Jules is saying they have that throat singing also. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's all, and anybody who's a singer, anybody who sings or does any of that kind of stuff, singers are healthier. And science is like, "Oh, it's because they breathe deeply." No, it's not. It's because they are constantly vibrating their body, and I'm sure breathing isn't hurting, but yeah, yeah. So, Ver is saying, "Hi. I can't find jewelry since I moved into my place. I'm worried someone took it from me, but I had hate to think that. Can you get a read on it? I might have packed it somewhere and forgot where." Yeah, it's in a box. You didn't lose it. Nobody took it. It's in a box and I'm seeing red around it. And it's weird. It's not a fancy box. It feels almost like it's like a shoe box. I also wanna say is I feel like when you put it in there, you were either tired, distracted, overwhelmed, maybe it was a last minute kind of thing. There was a lot of like around it when you did that, but you didn't lose it. Nobody took it, okay? It's there somewhere. I'm trying to get Okay, I'm pulling out my pendulum really quick. There, it's like, oops. Is Vera's jewelry in her house? Yes. Is Vera's jewelry that she's afraid she lost, is it in a box? Yes. Okay. Is the box in a bedroom closet? No. Is the box in the kitchen? No. Is the box in a bedroom? It's saying, I don't know. Is it in a room that could be called a bedroom? Yeah. It's in one of the bedrooms, honey, in a box. Is it in a box within a box? Yeah. 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 It's in one of a bedroom, or if you have my little light's dying. If you have a room, like I use one of my bedrooms as an office. So if you have one of the rooms you use as an office, that counts as a bedroom, honey. Nobody took it. It's there. Um, it's there. You'll find it. I really feel like you'll find it. Let me pull you a card just for Okay, you got the card of Inner Earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. This is about your new home. Um, God, look at that. Look at that. You've got the tree, you've got the almost like the roots of the tree or pillars beneath you. Where you're living right now is really good for you. It's very supportive for you right now. You're gonna find this. I feel like you're gonna find it probably in the next, I'm gonna say even 2 weeks. 2, 2, 2. Start looking for the box within a box within a box. You got the Russian nesting dolls going on. And then let me know, hon. Let me know how that goes. Hi, Araceli. I hope you're still here. Thank you, Araceli, for helping me out. She's my mamacita, my sister. My mama's sister aunt. I love her. Family. I love you, Araceli. All right, Jules. Jules is saying, can I please receive guidance around moving forward, next step in my life? Yes. And you guys always keep in mind that, when we're doing this here, I do my best to bring you, quick messages and stuff like that, but please consider getting a reading. You can even get 30 minutes if you have special things that you want to look at. You can get a lot deeper and more complete information, but I'm happy to be here and help you guys too. But some of these things, like, oh man, I want to get into the juice of it. So, Jules, guidance Okay, your first card is the Divine Matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, and God instances. So not coincidences, but God incidences. Yeah. Again, it's moving into, I just got like a total influx of energy. It's about tapping into a higher plane for the guidance. It's almost like you're thinking to third dimensionally about this moving forward. Um, move it up. Archangel Michael is showing me like lift your frequency, lift your view a little bit higher, and you can do this by toning. Start toning. I am that I am. Om. I am that I am. Om. I am that I am. And start allowing your consciousness and your view of the question that you're asking to be lifted into a higher plane. Get like a God's eye view. I also feel like, the interconnectedness of you with all is really important. I also want to say get out in nature too. And Jules, I think that you're kind of a nature girl, if I remember correctly. Get out in nature and just kind of sit your butt on the ground, do a little toning if you can. Um, and the answers will come to you. It's almost like the answers are there already. I even want you to start speaking like, I know everything I need to know. I may not know what I'm doing, but something within me does. And then tap into that something within you. That's another great saying. I got I used to go to church with a great minister, Jim Terrell, and it's a metaphysical kind of stuff. And he used to say, I don't know what I'm doing, but something within me does. That was very powerful and impactful. And I've used that for years. Start using that too, Jules. I don't know what I'm doing, but something within me does. And really start moving into that space and allow that space to tell you whatever it has to tell you. Don't wait for it to tell you what you wanna hear, because I feel like your next move is something that maybe you haven't considered yet, or the magnitude, not that it's going to be a great big huge jump, but I feel like it's something unique that's wanting to come to you, and you're still trying to keep it in this view, and spirit wants you to open that view up and let let it tell you. And it's tricky doing that. I gotta tell you, I get stuck in it too, where it's like, I wanna hear this. I wanna hear, do I stay here or do I move? Right? I gotta know. I can't pay rent next month. Do I stay or do I go? Do I stay or do I go now? Right? And sometimes you gotta back up and just kind of let go and just be in, I am open to whatever the universe has to tell me. And what I got was rent a room out. I'm like, "Oh, oh, all right. Let's rent a room out. I don't have to move." And so things like that will come and things that I really wouldn't have thought of at that time. So I hope that that helps you. I hope that that helps you. Oh, you're welcome, Kimberly. Thank you. Katrina, you got chills too. Listen to it. Listen to it. Hey, Charlene. Yep. Do it, do it. So good. Ah, you guys are awesome. Do you know how wonderful it is to be here speaking, and have you guys coming back and saying that you're understanding what's going on and that you're tapping into it? So cool. It's so cool. Yeah, the white stag is also purity and great change. Absolutely. And you need your power within to move through this. So Linda's saying, one time I fainted and when I came to, I had information about people in my life and past lives they had. Yeah. Felt like I'd had a download. Was it psychic knowing or a download? And from whom? So Linda, from whom? It's from you, because that's all that exists. That's one thing that we have to get back into. Anytime that we're talking to angels or we're talking to masters or we're getting downloads, it's all from us, because that's all that is. We are the quantum field. We are the quantum computer. And so it's always from us. It's always from ourselves. I know. It's still, I still have to wrap my mind around it, because my mind is saying, well, no, it's my angels told me that, or God told me that. This is the way that we have learned to explain all these different aspects of self. One way, or one kind of teaching that teaches us about this, is Carl Jung and his archetypes. We have all these different aspects of us that are always at play, and that is who it is. And so having a psychic knowing, yeah, you open something up within you to deeper levels of you and who you are. And congratulations, because that's awesome. Sometimes that's kind of how it has to happen. I used to work with a psychiatrist who she worked with people with addiction, and I was actually doing her accounting. And as a little side job, is she was studying about how trauma opens up part of the brain that allows for the psychic phenomena, as she would call it. She was such a scientist because she was a psychiatrist, so she was a doctor. But how sometimes things like that, that's how the brain opens up. So a lot of people that are very psychic, that are very intuitive, have had trauma in childhood. And sometimes it doesn't have to be like massive trauma. Maybe it's just trauma to the individual, right? Maybe mom got mad and slapped him one time, but that was such a horrible trauma for whatever reason that even something like that could do that. Um, but yeah, your download came from you. Go over the information, keep what resonates with you, let go of the rest. Okay. Here's your card. Oh my God. You're not going to believe this. Soul star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. I want to say, Linda, you're remembering who you are. Use this experience as the confirmation that you have everything you need within you, and start going within, start meditating, start doing, I like doing like kind of channeling writing, automatic writing, to get information and stuff. Remember, now we need to shift to the outer, right? The outer wisdom, and move it and realize that it's an inner wisdom. We don't have to out picture ourselves anymore. We don't have to out picture all of these different deities, these different beings, these different angels, because they exist, yes, but they're within us. Okay. You are an angel. You are a master. It's just tapping into that within yourself. So look at that. You got the Merkaba too. I would say start working with the Merkaba energy as well. So Linda, I hope this helps. You are doing good. That's an awakening is what you had. You had an awakening. Dude, write down your experience and go back and look at it and meditate on the different aspects of it, and come get a reading. I love working with stuff like that. Yeah, I know. I know. I moved. God, it wasn't the last time I moved. So it was about 7, 8 years ago I moved, and I couldn't find this necklace that I had had, and I was so upset. 3 years later, I found it. I had moved twice before it showed up again. So I know, I know. You'll find it though. It's you'll get it. Yeah, and Jules is saying, yeah, when you read the question, it was somewhere that you would normally put it. Absolutely. So Charlene is saying, I had a dream of 2 cloaked humanoid figures, both with deer heads. Oh my God. Here we are with deer heads again, right? And I was more worried. Okay, so they were non-threatening, and I was more worried about my dog. Everyone else ran away. Yeah. We're really connecting with our star families right now. And sometimes they try to come in non-threatening ways. And sometimes it's kind of funny. And again, our star families are within. This is the wonderful, lovely part. And something to keep in mind too, if you ever have an experience where it's kind of scary, it's just because you moved into kind of a darker part of your psyche, and it's okay. It's okay. It's like you can always, whether it's in dream or in meditation, you can always bring light to anything. Understand that you have that power too. So yeah, Charlene, definitely. You got the deer and the antlers. Again, that's power. That's king of the forest. That's your power. Also, looking at the meaning of that, the deer heads and the antlers. And something to keep in mind too, and this is what I got from a moose that came to me, and I've shared this with you guys before, but the antlers are about connecting to spirit, right? And still we're see, even, as we're talking, our vernacular says connecting spirit, something outside of us, but it's it's everything. It's all of it. We outpicture these things until we begin to fully realize that we are that. And so it doesn't mean if you're outpicturing something that you're doing it wrong. It just means that it's part of this. And so, yeah, definitely you're moving into your power. And when you move into your power, a lot of times people do run away. People that don't want you to be in power are going to be really pissed off when you get powerful. And that's okay. I'm having that experience right now. Where I've got some little humans, used to be little humans, they grew up, and I'm starting to get my power, and I'm starting to get more powerful and starting to get my boundaries, and they don't like it at all. And I was like, too bad. And it's because they don't get what they want when you have boundaries. So step into your power. Do it anyways. Yeah, everything has meaning. Everything has meaning, Charlene. Definitely go and look up deer and stuff like that too, because the deers are also like sweetness. It's like power. If you've ever watched a deer in nature, they're very alert. They're cool. They got those antlers that they can skewer you with. You have protection um, within your own right. Also, the antlers depict reaching into higher realms of consciousness, but also they're very graceful. Um, uh, I experienced this with a moose and also with the deer. I mean, some deers are huge, right? And when you see them in nature, it's like, holy crap, they're as big as a car, right? And yet they're graceful and beautiful. They fly through the air. And so there's a lot of information there for you, Charlene. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, the toning thing, yeah, JR, the toning thing is really cool. If anybody's coming on later and missed the beginning of this, listen to the beginning. There's some good information. And also, class coming up on the 23rd. I don't charge, hundreds of dollars for my classes. I think this one I'm doing $44. It's like you get 4 hours, and we're going to have fun, and we're going to tone, and you guys are going to turn your mics off so you don't have to be shy when you're toning. So even though we're doing it as a group, if you're being shy, yeah, the mind, that's right, Jewel. The mind does want to think everything through. And you got to remember, we've lost that natural organic way of functioning, being a part of the big structure and the big flow of everything. We've really been honed into, this is the way you do it. You think. You forget about imagination, you forget about intuition, you forget about how you feel about it, and you get your butt in there and you do what you got to do and think it through. Think with your head, not with your heart. I mean, we've been programmed to this, and now we're being deprogrammed back to your feelings are important. Your imagination is your connection to God. Your intuition is your guidance system. Oh, we're relearning. We're relearning. So JR is saying, I had a dream the other night. Whoop, let me open that up. I had a dream the other night. I was unsure who came to me in the dream. All I remember is them saying, "You are one of us." This saying has stuck with me for the last few days. Any insight on that dream? You know, I don't know what movie or what show this is from, but what's in my head right now is one of us, one of us, one of us. I'm getting very, very strong for you. That's definitely star beings connecting into the star realm. Ooh, I'm gonna give you this. Order of Melchizedek. I want you to look into that. I'm not going to give you too much information about that. I'm being guided that it's really important that you look into the Melchizedekian consciousness. There is stuff about Melchizedek that's kind of dark and scary. Don't read that stuff, because the Melchizedek stuff, even like in great ancient writings, they talk about Melchizedek. And this is powerful. This is like God consciousness, okay? And so any negative stuff is just being written to scare you away from your own God consciousness. Super important. Archangel Michael's pull another one, Akashic Records. Clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedoms, freedom to be who you are. Yeah, you're a star seed, honey. One of us. One of us. Very cool. Yeah. Go check out Melchizedek. Check out about being a star seed, what that means. Start feeling into who you may be connected to. Not that it really matters. But a lot of us it's like I definitely resonate with Arcturian Pleiadian, definitely resonate with the blue ray star seed. Um, and it was funny. I said to somebody not too long ago, I finally said, I'm saying this out loud. I'm not from here. I am a star being. I came here for a mission. I need to be doing my mission and forget all this other human BS crap that's going on. I think maybe the world needed to go cuckoo crazy for me to finally be like, okay, these are not my people. Although we are all one, right? So yeah, I'm going to say this is definitely a star being connection for you. Congratulations. Let me know how it's going too. I love this. I love this. I love this. And you know what really, science is beginning to realize that junk DNA and parts of our brain that doesn't work are really all of that connection to beings from other places, right? That are one of us. It's part of us. It's part of who we are. We have an inner universe and we have an outer universe, and they all reflect each other, as above, so below. So as we're experiencing it outside of us, it's also who we are. I know we're getting into some heady stuff today, aren't we? I can't help it. I can't help it. It's what you're getting. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. Oh, GR, exactly. I was saying it's always interesting how the questions are similar. If this isn't a testament that we're all one, I don't know what is. Absolutely. Symbols and inner messages are interpreted. Yeah. Charlene saying interesting. Totally aligns with what is triggering me. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Good, 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 Charlene. I'm glad that helped you. And that's another thing too. Thank you for bringing that up in the triggering. If something triggers you, it's not because something else is wrong or someone else is wrong or you did something wrong. It's like it's saying, pay attention. Pay attention. This is a nugget. This is a gem of awareness and awakening for you. Thank you for bringing that up. Very cool. You're welcome, guys. There'd been moose in Egypt. You never know. I know you see some things in Egypt. They found some hieroglyphs that have had antlered kind of creatures in it. But the mooses, they're not from here either. I can guarantee you. Awesome. Introvert. Hello. I like my quiet time. It's funny. It's almost like when I wasn't feeling good and and I truly wasn't feeling good, but I felt almost like a relief to be able to just cancel everything and just clear everything and just be able to be by myself alone and quiet for a few days in a row. Where I didn't have to do anything. That's such an introvert thing. And we need to do that for ourselves too. That was something that I was reminded is I don't need to be up and running and doing the do 7 days a week. I need a couple of days off. I need one day where I don't see anybody. I don't get on a computer, a phone, turn on the TV. I love my romantic comedies on Netflix. I'm such a dork. And just nothing. Just hang with myself, sleep. Usually I end up sleeping a lot because it's so healing and nurturing. Yeah, Charlene, feel out of control and powerless a lot. Yeah. You're going to change that up. You're going to start speaking new words. I am fully and completely in control of myself and my life. I am love. I am peace. I am harmony. Right? This is how we shift that stuff is what we're speaking to ourselves. Abracadabra. I want everybody to say it. Abracadabra. What I speak, so it is. And start being mindful. But Charlene, we do sometimes have to speak how we feel too. And so that feeling out of control and powerless, sometimes that's a blessing. Sometimes you don't need to be in control. That is something within you that is saying, trust a higher goodness. And it's in you. It's in you. You don't know what you're doing right now, but something within you does. And so get into the inner landscape, turn inside, meditate, pray, tone. I'm telling you, doing some ohms and I am that I am, open that up and the answers will come. And I know and we all feel out of control and powerless, and the world is out of control and powerless. That's why those of us that have consciousness, it's so important that the messages that I'm bringing you today, that we really grab a hold of them, and put them in our heart, put them in our mind, put them into action, because we are the balancing point for all this craziness. We're the center of the storm. And so it's so important that we hold this place for the world. I mean, we don't have to do it for the world because, again, we're all one, right? We hold our own. Then we're in our peace. And all the craziness kind of tends to just bypass you. It's that's when the miracles happen. That's when magic happens, right? One of us. I love it. Let's all chant here. That'll be our spiritual chit chat secret chant. One of us, one of us, one of us. And you guys remember, if you want more of this, I have memberships, only $33 a month. And we have a private Facebook group. We get together every month. Facebook group, I'm on there. I'm doing lives and stuff like that. So if you guys want more, if you want to be even more one of us, get on over there. Super cool. Let me know. It's actually on my website, micheleamburgey.com. Go under Conscious Living Academy and you'll find memberships under there. So yeah, one of us. Vera's saying my friend does geomancy and says that we have no free will here. No, that is a lie. You are God. Period. I want you to take that into your heart. We have the power. We are told we don't, because the dark side of it all doesn't want us to have the power, guys. We are the power, right? It is not sad. The only sad thing about that is that someone is saying that. God bless them. May their mind and heart and soul be lightened with the truth that they are the power, that they are God here on this planet, and may she be freed from the prison she has placed herself in. So it is said, so it is done. Abracadabra. Bear. Yeah. Thank you. That's so cool. Bear follows it up like, I like your teachings better. That's because they're the truth, right? I love you guys. That's why I'm here. This is my mission on this planet, is to move through that stuff. And that idea, what you're saying there is, that's what we've been being taught, because there's powers that be that want to keep us down, and those powers that be are our own dark side. And we are now, that's what this awakening is. That's what this shift is that we're doing, is we're cracking it open and we're realizing, wait a minute, we're the power. We have been the power all along. We always have been. We allowed ourselves to fool ourselves into believing that we don't. Isn't that crazy? It sounds like schizophrenia, but whatever word we put on it, it's still truth. So very good. Oh my goodness, it's 5:10 already. So Kimberly's saying clear throat chakra, may cough up and keep going. Yeah, I do a lot of coughing. When I first started doing spiritual stuff and meditating and toning and all that kind of stuff, man, I was always coughing. And you're in a room full of people that are all out, and I'm like, and people would look at me and they'd be like, oh, I'd be like, screw you. I'm still doing it. I'm here for me. I don't care what you think. I had to get a little bit tough with the snooty snoots, but that's okay. That was I was triggering them, right? I was blessing them with an awareness. I know that now. The time it was embarrassing, but that's okay. Abracadabra. So I love you guys. Blessings and blessings to everybody. We'll be back here next Tuesday. Mark that 23rd on your calendar, people. I want to see you there. This is so important that we learn this stuff about opening the voice and getting into the toning and healing your life, your mind, your heart, your soul, your body. And doing it together, when we all do it together, we're a powerful force. And that's what it's about right now too. Oneness is a thing because we start working together. So that's where the membership is kind of cool too. I know I'm shucking stuff, but I put these things in place and I do this stuff for you guys, and I try to keep it super super inexpensive. Fun to say. I know, abracadabra. Guys, that's it. So we've got our two catchphrases for spiritual chit chat. Abracadabra and one of us. One of us. I need to get t-shirts or something. My first merch. So I love you guys. Everybody have a great week. We'll see you next week, if not before. If any of you are interested in meditation too, I do meditations on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And all of that stuff you can find on my website. It's just micheleamburgey.com. It's my name. And you can find it there. So come play with me, because I'm all over the place so that I can play with as many of you as possible. So everybody have a beautiful week if I don't see you before. And I love you guys. I really do. It's so exciting to be back and feeling clear with the healing and stuff that I went through. So thank you guys for your prayers and your love you send my way. And it's coming back at you 1,000-fold. Mwah. I love you guys. Be good. One of us. One of us.